God, honey. Hello, everyone out there.
Hello, everybody. I hope y'all are well.
Yes, I hope that you're not stuck in a well, but I hope you are well.
Well, I don't know. Maybe some of them would like to be stuck in a well. They like those tight spaces.
Yeah, you never know, honey. Maybe somebody wants to fit inside a well. I'm not kink shaming here, so if you like that, go for it, honey.
Get in those tight spaces while you can get the going goods.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God. So, let's really quick say hi to the audience. It looks like there's a Brainless there.
Oh, hello, Brainless.
And then the Qua Edwards.
Kyle, hello.
And Mr. Nelson.
Oh, that guy, he's wonderful.
Yes. And then the purple. Purple rhymes with oranges here too.
Oh, God, Purple. Honey. Hello, I love you, Purple. I love your shows. Welcome.
Purple, if you want a link to come in and talk with us, you can. We'll get you one. I think we're friends on the Discords, and if you want to come in, just let us know and we'll bring you in, honey.
Yes, we would love to talk with you sometime.
Yes. So, is there anything you want to talk about that happened to you recently there, Biscuit?
Well, I was telling you guys a little bit earlier, the reason why I decided not to be on camera today is because I threw my back out yesterday, and I'm not feeling so good. I couldn't stand in front of the mirror to get some makeup on, so I apologize to everyone that you're not going to see this beautiful, gorgeous face I know you all love.
I told you about going down to the docks and having all the semen in a line. I told you you're going to throw your back out, honey.
Yes, I know. You've told me many times, but it's just so fun down there. I just love all those semen.
I know, honey. It is so much fun, but I told you got to take a break in between them, honey. We can't do it just all at once anymore.
Yes, it doesn't help that they wanted me on the trapeze, and we all know I love to give the semen what they want, but I think my breasts were swinging a little bit too hard, and that's probably what threw my back out.
Well, honey, I would believe that. I'm not no doctor, but I would believe that getting on the trapeze at your age would throw your back out, honey.
Yes, I'm not young and spry like I used to be.
So let's try not to get you on one of those anymore. Just when they ask, say, honey, I can't do that anymore, and ask them for something else.
Maybe they should be on the swing for me if they really want it.
There you go, honey.
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely, Purple. Sometime just let us know if you ever want to come in when we're doing our shows, and we'll have fun with you.
Yes. And if we say we'll have fun with you, bring your protection because it'll be a good time.
Yes, honey. Always wear your protection. You never know when you're going to run into semen. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, honey. Let's bring on the guests. Does that sound like a good idea?
That sounds absolutely lovely. I love these ladies, so let's bring them on.
All right. So first up, let's talk to the Ed. Hello, Ed. Oh my God, honey.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Ed.
How are you today, honey?
Tad disgruntled, but doing well.
Oh no! Why you disgruntled?
Well, I was gonna paint rocks today. That was my goal. And I went to the shop, got paint, but feckin' forgot the bloody paintbrushes to paint them with.
Well, I don't think the paintbrushes are supposed to be bloody, but maybe if you wait for that time of the month, you can have some bloody paintbrushes.
Oh, thank you. Some different kind of painting. Great. I'll do that instead.
Yes, it could be very artistic, and you could make lots of money off of it. I know many people who do some very abstract things, and you could be making lots of money from that.
Honey, I could have been making blood paintings my whole life. Oh, I've been missing out. I could have made a lot of paintings, honey.
Yes.
Covered a lot of canvas, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no, sweetie. I feel bad for you.
Oh my God, honey. Okay. So let's see see who's next. This is off to a great start, honey. Oh my god, I love it.
You're very welcome.
Okay, let's let the micro in. Hello, Micro Raptor.
Hello.
Hello, Micro. Good to see you, sweetie.
Good to see you too.
Is there anything you want to tell us, honey, that
Biscuit,
happened
we love your
recently?
voice too, sweetie. So,
Oh, well.
no, nothing special happened recently. So, not since last time.
Nothing new and okay, never mind. We'll talk about that afterwards. Oh yes, it's okay.
What? Was there something you? What did you think of?
I thought there was more pup play that happened recently, but I guess never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Pup play.
We'll
Well,
get
that
those
sounds
puppies.
kind of kinky, but yeah, you gotta be nice to those animals.
I know it. I know. You got to show them attention. And
We
I
get
was
our
gonna
puppies
say,
in a row.
I don't know about it because Slim keeps talking about it, and he says your name sometimes. So I was thinking, if never mind, we'll talk about it later.
Well, I am a very good pup. So,
He says, yes, you are. Yes. All right, let's bring in Mistress. How are you, honey?
Well, I can't complain all that much. How about you, sweetie?
Oh my god, I'm so great. I got a beer and I got my glasses, and so I'm just happy.
Oh, perfect, because I was just about to make myself an absinthe. Yes, sweetie, how are you, Biscuit?
It is so nice to see you. I'm glad you came on the show. I have heard you are a very wild woman.
Oh,
Yes,
wild.
yes,
Who went on and told you these things?
I heard rumors.
Yes.
Well, whoever told you, I'm going to have to give them a paddling later. I mean, a firm talking to, or, a tongue lashing.
There you go. Ed seems to be admitting to it. It sounds like she would like
you are
her
getting a firm
paddling.
tongue lashing later on.
Oh no! Oh dear! No.
Wait, okay, so what's a tongue lashing? I mean, I know what tongues and lashings are, but what is
Oh, sweetie.
how do you do them together, honey? How do I whip my tongue?
Well, it's a firm talking to just in certain areas.
Oh, you say the alphabet down there. Okay, I get it. Oh, you're screaming at it.
Well,
okay,
you can
I get
go. Yeah. Just go ahead and say it if you want to. I prefer to spell it out with the tongue, but yeah, you know how it is. See, you have to spell everything. You can't talk to it.
See, this is why your things are not a secret, sweetie. You just say it on air for everyone to hear. But the other thing too is, when you know of someone who has a fun time, word gets around, and you best believe Biscuit and Cookie are gonna know where to go.
Ooh. Well, hey, why don't you two come on over and pay me a visit? I'll be sure to show you my wonderful bed.
Yes,
that sounds lovely.
I want to add that I'm dyslexic, so you may have to say the sentence a few times before I can figure out the spellings.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep that in mind later.
Oh yes, I'm dyslexic as well. I don't have any dicks right now that I wish I had. So, I mean,
I've been addicted recently to certain things as well, but I guess it just happens.
Addicted? I never heard of that. That's just one dick, right? I'm used to multiple dicks.
No, addicted. That's multiple.
Oh, addict. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, we better put an X rating on this show today because it's starting off very filthy, and it says that we are supposed to be talking coffee.
Well, see, I'm making up for Micro. She's a little busy at the moment right now.
I am glad that we are talking about something else because we all know this might help put my back into place.
I hope so, honey. Okay, before I can't talk anymore, let's bring on the conspiracies. How are you doing, honey?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Hello, conspiracy. Look how lovely that blue hair matches that blue hat. Oh, I love it.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling very, very blue.
So what's the NY for? I mean, for over here it's New York, but you're not in the Americas. So what does your NY stand for?
I don't know.
Naughty youth. I heard she's into some of those naughty things too, and so she's a naughty youth. She wants everyone to know.
See, honey, that's what I thought it was. Oh, that's just a rumor? Okay. Well,
He's blushing.
just a
I
rumor.
must have it right.
we'll have to check the videotape later and we'll see.
Oh dear.
Okay, honey, do you got anything you want to say about anything that's coming up or had go on in the last week?
I mean, I've been trying, I've been really trying really hard, and I've been going snowboarding, and it's like, I know it's not snowing, and you go to this like indoor place, and it snows inside, and it's great, and I feel like I'm getting it, I'm getting it, and I got this really like reasonably good-looking instructor, so it's quite distracting. I will admit.
I know how that goes, honey, when your instructor is cute. So did you just tell me that you snowboard in a snow globe? Is that what you said?
Yes.
They got a snow globe and you get inside of it and you can snowboard in there?
Pretty much.
Well, if you want to get really good at it, you hire up that instructor that's so good looking, and you just keep pounding at it and pounding at it and pounding at it, and maybe you'll get a good ride, or at least I don't know what they call that snowboarding, but for now I'm going to say with that instructor, get a good ride.
Yes, give him a good ride, please, honey, for us. And then take a little video, and then I'd like to see it. So speaking of going to the next person that's coming in, because we're getting way derailed, bring in the Danish. How you doing, honey?
Hello, Linda.
People. Today I'm doing cookie and biscuit.
Ooh.
I'm good.
Ooh.
You're doing us both?
Oh my God, honey. I haven't heard anybody say anything like that since we were teenagers, honey.
Yes, usually we stay separated,
Surprise!
but I mean, now and then it can be a little bit fun.
Yeah, when we were in the college days, we experimented a little bit. So we had the same men a couple times, but we'll talk about that later.
What's new in your world, Miss Linda?
What's happening in my world? Not that much, actually.
Well, I've heard you've had some crazy nights over there recently, and it's been so much fun, so thank you.
Well, thank you. Yes, last Saturday's after show was quite an experience.
Yes, that's what I heard. Some people were talking. Okay.
And I hope we can have another fun one today.
Yes, we're hoping there, honey. As soon as this is over, I will untie Slim and take the ball gag out and let him out of the closet, and then you all can have all the fun you want. He likes that as pre-gaming. That's his pre-show. He likes to be stuck in the closet all tied up, and then it comes out afterward. And he has a good time.
That sounds lovely. I think anytime Miss Linda there gets quiet, I still think she's finding those things on the internets from a few weeks ago. The Dragon Dungeon or Dragon, whatever it was, and she just keeps looking at those and enjoys it so much.
If I scream help, someone pull me out.
Yes, honey. Just scream and we'll come running.
Pull you out of where?
The dildos I got lost in.
honey, we'll pull you out of whatever you want.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if I get lost in dildos. I don't think I'd be calling for help.
I just wake up the next
What
morning.
if you were suffocating?
Be calling for the lube.
Yeah, ma'am.
Well, if I say help, come and join me. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, then we'll definitely be joining you right away.
Yes, please do that, honey. Let us know when we can pile on or jump in. That makes it even fun of us,
Okay.
All right. So, who wants to find out what national day it is today?
Yes, please.
Let's bring it on.
Let's get it on. Bring it on. Yeah.
We're bringing on who? Where are the men? Young men? Oh, sorry. That's later.
They're all in the. Well, there's only one. In the side chat.
we'll talk about where the men are coming from
One
later.
more?
I mean, I heard it was raining men. I don't know whether it's raining men, but I heard that it rains.
Hallelujah.
Exactly. I heard that it happens, though. Yes.
Yes, a fried one.
Okay, there's a bird one. Yeah, let's go down to here first. So it's International Macaroni Day. Oh my god.
Oh no, I have to eat macaroni now. How sad.
Yes.
Macaroni. That's a very odd choice for today.
Macaroni.
Is that like that dance? The macaroni?
No, I think you're thinking of the Macarena.
Oh, it's called the Macarena. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was thinking because I thought the Macarena Day. Okay, I got it.
I thought it had something to do with that Yankee Doodle guy.
Oh, and here's me thinking macaroni in a pot. That is some whap.
Micro, do you got something to say?
Yeah. That National Pigs in a Blanket Day, that picture looks like something very different in the corner of my eye.
I thought that was I thought that was National Fried Penis Day from the photo.
I thought we were just using the word pig in an interesting term.
National Season Your Uncircumcised Penis Day. You know, you throw some salsa on there and you have a little party.
Then you have a lunch.
But it's not macaroni, it's Marconi.
Oh, did I read it wrong? Oh my god, I mean, is that what it says?
Marconi.
Aw, no macaroni.
No.
It's okay. I'll still make you some beer battered macaroni later.
Yeah, you can get some macaroni.
I was wondering why it had a radio in there. I was like, how does a radio have to do anything with macaroni?
How do you make macaroni with a radio?
Yeah. Okay, so who's Marconi? Does anybody know?
I have no clue what Marconi is.
Wait, wasn't he the one who invented the radio wave or something like that? The transistor radio? Or like the early founder of the person. He made a bell ring from far away because of a radio wave. That's all I know.
Yeah, honey, you are correct.
Could be why the radio's there.
That wouldn't totally make sense, honey. But I believe you are correct. He did somehow make the radio wave, or constructed it, or was the first to use it, or something like that. So
yeah, something.
This doesn't give me very much information on the days, and I'm just gonna be lazy, and we're just gonna. I believe that's what it is, honey. It is. He developed that. So it's National Puppet Day. So, I mean, everybody play with your puppets today, I guess.
So put your hand up the rear end of someone and make them talk.
Make him your puppy, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good. I already celebrated Puppet Day earlier then.
Yes, honey. Yes, put your hand inside your pet today, and it will be National Puppet Day. Never mind. So, the one thing I love about our side chat and our guests, and of course, Biscuit, is they're so knowledgeable about stuff. So Purple says Marconi invented the first wireless radio transmitter and receiver, honey. So that's what he did. So turn on your radio.
Okay. That's
so So turn on and off your radio, honey, just to celebrate.
So Marconi is the one that we can thank for all our wonderful wireless devices.
Are you positive he's just not like Mario from Mario Brothers' uncle or something?
Oh, that's what it is. It's not. It's Mario, Luigi, and Marconi.
Yes. Yeah, Marconi is their uncle or their father or something.
So, really quick, everybody needs to give thanks to Marconi, because the flat earthers are so dumb they don't even understand the radio waves. So they think the Earth's flat because radio and stuff, and it doesn't work for long distances because the Earth is curved, honey. If the Earth was flat, it would work all over the fucking Earth. But because it's curved, it only works for so long before you have to put another transmitter or whatever, honey. So thank him for helping us debunk the flat Earth.
I think I have a broken puppy.
Broken puppy. What's
Aw.
wrong?
Okay, how did you break your puppy?
What kind of
I
puppy?
What
think,
happened
I
to
think
me?
she broke herself. She was just lying on her back. Never mind.
I think you're trying to go a naughty route with that, maybe.
And yes, and it went over our heads, I think. I'm sorry, honey.
What makes you think that, Biscuit?
Well, because I've hung out with you enough, sweetie. I know what's going on.
Oh,
Yes, we know you.
better watch out. Then.
We know your secrets, honey. So.
Oh no.
Oh
So,
no! Yeah.
I want to say hi to Clockwork Rex. I think he came in earlier, but I think that's the only person that we haven't said hello to yet. I think.
Hello.
Yeah. So
Hello,
say hi.
Clockwork.
Hi.
Good to see you. Welcome to the crazy and fun time that is us.
Yes. So the next one is National Go Birding Day. I don't want to have sex with birds.
I was going to say, is birding something like dogging? I'm confused
Yeah.
by this.
Is this for the kids?
I had the exact same thought.
Well, when I go National Birding Day, I find all the assholes and I flick them off. That's what I do for National Birding Day. You know, all these crazy Karens who make us look psycho, I give them the bird. That should be National Birding Day.
But that's just a normal Tuesday here in Florida during traffic.
Well, that's because that's Florida. Y'all are nuts down there. Yep, you got nothing.
Oh, if you're
See,
expecting
you
me to
can't
argue
tell me
that, I'm not
wrong.
going to. No, if you're expecting me to argue, I'm not going to.
So I thought that Go Birding Day was when you take your pecker out of your pants and you show it to somebody.
Here's me thinking you just go and take pictures of birds in the wild.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You can just do that? Oh damn!
I was like, I already did that today. And butterflies.
Oh, so it's not a sexual innuendo. Okay, never mind, honey. Okay. Let's
Unfortunately.
just go to the next one then, honey. So it looks like if you want to be in it, you totally can, honey. National Rebuilding Day is what it says. So I guess you're gonna rebuild stuff or something. National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. So if you got your prescription drugs that are overdue, take them to the pharmacy and they'll take them back so that you don't get arrested for having the drugs that you shouldn't have.
Yes, and we don't want our children to be getting into this or anything like that. Could you imagine if someone had expired Viagra and if that got loose and out on the streets? That would not be good. So take all your prescription drugs that are expired or that you don't use anymore, turn those in because we don't want more of this epidemic happening.
Yes, you know why? It's a tragedy
How old was Viagra if it's walking around on the street?
Well, the problem is, honey, it only half works if it's expired. So you don't want it to only half work, honey. You want the full strength.
Oh,
Right,
well,
right,
that was my question. How is it working if it's expired?
Go to the doctor if you experience an erection lasting more than 2 hours. Instead of 4 hours, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, if it's expired, it only works half as well. It's not as good.
And let's be honest. There is no gentleman that I know of that can go for 2 hours. Anyways, they usually need a break.
Yes, honey.
Yeah.
I usually wear them out before 2 hours. So I never thought of this before, but this makes sense. And please do not do this. Purple says, and do not flush your old prescription drugs down the toilet because it gets into the water system.
Yes,
So
that is very bad.
So there is a lot of problems that a lot of countries are having with their water system. I don't remember where in the Europes it is, but there is some place where there is like 20% of their water is ecstasy or something like that. And so the kids are just drinking the water and they're getting fucked up.
And
So-
Are you sure that's not Florida? Because that would explain all of us down here.
see, the thing in Florida is as well, they've tested crocodiles for cocaine, and the crocodiles have been tested positive.
So
I do
don't
not need
crocodiles
crocodiles.
there.
No, I don't need alligators on cocaine. I don't. That is just horrifying.
So, honey, don't put your drugs in the toilets because you're getting the crocodiles high. They don't need the cocaines.
Well, you know that there is a drug called crocodile. Now, I don't know if you want to give those to the crocodiles, because that is a nasty drug.
Does it turns the freaking
Really? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's making the frogs gay, so stop putting ecstasy in the water.
Yes. No, crocodile is a very, very nasty drug. It eats at your skin, and you will literally have holes in your body from it.
Yes, honey. Don't do the drugs from Florida. And if you don't know what we're speaking about, go ahead and do the research yourself. We're not going to show that here because it is a crazy, insane drug, and I don't want to talk about it. But thank you for the heads up there, Biscuit. Because yes, don't take the drugs you don't know about. Take the drugs that you know about, and you know what? Make sure that they're not expired. You know.
And if they are, give them back.
Yeah, you can just give them to the pharmacy, or you can just have a pharmaceutical party at your house. Never mind. Oh, that's
Speaking of which, we forgot that this week was a wonderful celebration day early in the week.
Oh my God, you want to talk about it, honey?
Well, it was 420. I hope everyone had a good time on that day and stayed nice and relaxed and just had a good way of celebrating it. I totally forgot that was a few days ago. Now, I probably know why I forgot, but it was a good time.
That's what I was going to say, honey. I know why you forgot.
No.
So the Slim, my nephew, he actually got to perform on 420 at the Roxy Broadway down in Denver, and he had just a great time, he said. And his boss came out, and they said they're going to start the Repent Night again at the Milk Bar down in Denver. So he's going to be doing his night that he does down in Denver again.
That is amazing. I am so happy that he gets to go back and do what he loves and entertain the people and make them happy.
Yes, he gets to go make all the lewd jokes again on stage for the peoples. And then wear the panties on stage. They love it. So he gets to go do that again. And it's just wonderful that he can go and show his sword swallowing in public again. So, let's see. It says Save the Frog Day? Save the Frogs Day is what I see. I like that one.
I like those little tiny frogs that are like the size of your little finger.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Me and Tusk spent 2 hours last year moving them to a bigger pond because I would not leave the little frogs on the pavement. So I made him help me put them all in a little next to a little pond away from the pavement.
That is so cute, honey.
That's adorable. You are just a little cutie going out and being all polite and actually watching birds and going for the froggies and you're just so innocent. But I think there's some secrets there.
There's just a couple. So before we go on, Dot Frog is actually in the side chat. So everybody say hi, Dot Frog.
Hi, Dot Frog.
Because that's kind of the theme. That's yeah. So we're saving a frog. So if you can save a frog, that's all I got to say there. When I was younger, honey, we had a pond out in our backyard, and there were the tiny little frogs that would breed and be out there. So during the spring and summer, we would just hear the frogs croaking all night long and having the sex, and it was just so kinky. I loved it so much. I miss the frog days.
That's wild. Now, some people don't understand that there's a difference between the toads and the frogs and the sounds and stuff like that. So I wonder if they want to throw toads in with this, or if it's just frogs. Are they being particular on frogs today?
I think toads, they have their own day, honey. But I do get what you're getting at there. I like licking the toads. There's some toads out here that if you lick, they make you see the colors.
Hypno toad.
Not the dart one, no. Don't lick the dart frog.
No, don't lick Dot. You might be able to blow him, but don't lick him.
Mm.
Can the blow Dot get it? Haha.
A blow dot.
Okay, I'm stupid. I know. So the next one is World Day for Laboratory Animals. So that's unfortunate that all those laboratory animals are there, and we hope that they're being tested on properly. Most of them aren't, so it kind of sucks. But just remember to laboratory your rat. So if you got a rat, just never mind.
That is so disconcerting that there are places that are still doing some of this horrific stuff. Some places I do understand they are not mean to these animals. They do things very gently and nicely and in a humane way where they're not hurting them. I don't know if it's true, but what if there is a bunny that is getting shampooed and is loving it and gets fluffy and adorable, but I don't know what they all do. I just don't like the fact that an animal would be suffering.
Yes, we're hoping that they're not, and unfortunately, some of us on the panel know about these places. So everybody, just think about looking at the stuff that you're using and make sure it's not being tested on animals. Just take a double look first. Okay, let's go to the next one. World Healing Day. Go ahead, Ed.
I said, look for the leaping bunny.
Yes. So World Healing Day. So how are we at worldly healing there, honey?
I could use some world healing right now, for this back issue that I got going on. So if anyone wants to come by and give Biscuit a little back massage, I wouldn't be too opposed to that.
If you wasn't that far away, Biscuit, I would come.
I'm sure you would come in more than one way, wouldn't you?
Depends.
Yes. So when I first saw this, I thought World Healing Day was like a huge orgy. I mean, how else are you going to heal the world without having sex?
A giant orgy pile to save the planet.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
I think I said it a couple times, but no, well, never mind. No, so does anybody have anything that they want to say about World Healing Day? Like, how are we going to heal the world, honey?
Behave ourselves in the right ways, not in the ways.
Yes, I'm hoping. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say to her, Ed, but you're telling me to behave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I don't like that.
Well, that doesn't happen.
Well, I think a way to heal the world would be if we all stop being so gosh darn uptight about so many damn things that are going on. My God, your people's upset about one thing, then you're upset about another thing, and you're going after people for zero reason. And it's just, you need to stop, and I will be the first to say it. Let's end religion, for Pete's sake. Religion is what seems to be making things so terrible.
Yes. And then I agree. Blood, sugar, sex, and magic is what's going to heal the world. I think, we just need to work on the economy and the global heating up and that stuff. We just need to make sure that the world is healthy so we can keep living on it. And we need to look at what we're doing with the earth.
Oh, they wanting to know on how to actually heal The Earth? Oh, yeah, God, we need to do many things to help heal the Earth.
Yes, the global warmings. We need to start trying to take care of that.
Where the behaving self comes in by turning stuff off at the wall properly and bringing litter and home with you, and if you have a free day, then you can go out a litter picking and then recycle it.
Exactly, honey. That's what we're talking about. It's just paying more attention to Mother Earth. So, let's look at the next day. World Meningitis Day.
Oh.
I guess don't get the meningitis, or if you got it, I hope you can get rid of it. Isn't that the tonsil thing, I think?
Meningitis I thought meningitis was very deadly. It's I think you're thinking of tonsillitis, but meningitis usually with the youth.
Oh, you're saying meningitis. I thought you were saying men inside this.
Oh no, that's for another stream.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's why I was confused.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
Yes.
That's the glass testing one where you have to test your rash with a glass?
No, I think meningitis, like I said, I think a lot of the college kids usually get some sort of meningitis, and so they probably want to make awareness of it and to be careful. It's not a pleasant time. Many youths can die if they get meningitis, and they, I believe, usually test by putting a needle in your back, in your spine, to get spinal fluid to test, and that is not pleasant at all.
So typically you're going to be in the hospital for like a week to 2 weeks. You have to go through extreme quarantining. It is highly infectious, and it is an infection in the brain.
Yeah, so Clockwork said brain inflammation. Yeah, so I believe that's what it is.
9 o'clock here. Yes, 9 o'clock hero is correct. There is a viral and there is a bacterial one. Now, I don't remember which one is more deadly. It might be the bacterial, but one is definitely more deadly than the other.
So
I've got a link that has information on meningitis. I just found one.
If you want to put it in the private chat, we can share it right quick, or we can put it in the side chat. I don't want to look at it right now. But put it in the side chat. I want to keep going with this because I really like this next one, and I want to talk about this a little bit more. I know that is a horrible disease, and I wish it wasn't around, but I don't know how curable it is, and I think it happens just to people for weird reasons. Well, it is a bacterial, so that means it would be from like getting it or spreading it. But never mind, honey.
Like I said, that there are two versions. There is a viral and a bacterial, and I think 9 o'clock hero was saying the bacterial is the deadly one.
And I'm getting confused because we do a glass test on the rash.
Yes.
Which means you roll like a clear glass over the rash to see if you have meningitis.
Very interesting.
It helps show whether or not you need to go to the hospital.
It's common in babies.
Is it? Okay.
My cousin had it.
So next up is World Tai Chi Day and Qi Kung Day as well. So it's Tai Chi and Qi Kung Day. So it's doing the exercises, and I think over in Asia somewhere, and I don't want to be specific because I'm not sure, they actually have most of the community will come out every morning and they will do Tai Chi together, and it's a great way to exercise, honey. It's not about beating people up. It's just about moving your body and getting it to exercise. It's kind of like the, what's the thing they do on the mats? That all the middle-aged ladies are doing nowadays, the yoga.
Kama Sutra.
Well, the Kama Sutra is what we do behind closed doors, but it's kind of like the yoga for Americans.
I
Is the
would
Tai
love to
Chi.
try that. Yes, I would love to try that. Maybe that'll help out with my back right now. But I think it would be beautiful to see everyone kind of come together and just do something so nice and beautiful like that.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. It looks like is Irish Stew new coming in? Are you new here, honey? Everybody
I think
say
so.
hi.
Hello, Irish Stew.
And then we're gonna say hi to 9 o'clock hero.
Hello, 9 o'clock.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, 9 o'clock.
And then Dr. Osiris.
Hey,
I don't
Doc
know how.
Osiris.
Dr.
Osiris.
Osiris, welcome.
And then
An Egyptian god. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's a doctor of my Egyptian gods, honey. So clockwork. We have the ladies on this show. And you asked to come in earlier. If you're a lady, we'll definitely invite you in. But if you're not, we have other shows that we can invite you on that we do throughout the week. So subscribe to the channel, and we'll post links for subscriptions to other channels soon, and we'll talk about other channels that we do other fun things on that you can be on. So
usually we prefer if the men don't come in, if you know what I mean.
Yes, on. Not
On.
in. On.
Oh, well, see, I already had that taken care of, so that's not a problem for me.
Both, honey.
Yeah.
And then did we say hi to Lee Williams yet?
And
I think we
especially
missed
on
Lee.
Lesbian Slumber Friday night.
Yeah, that's the Friday night, honey.
Hello, Lee.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
honey. So then what's the next one? It says, on this day in history. Well, that's very not descriptive at all, is it?
I think if you click on it, it'll then tell you.
Yeah.
This website is not that cohesive there, honey. But I will try to do that and see what it says. I do have another website that says some of that stuff.
Maybe it says, on this day in history, we opened up on this day in history.
Oh.
We're opening up who on what date? Never mind. Oh, that's for later. Okay, so here it is, actually. So I see that the Hubble telescope, space telescope, was launched in into Earth's orbit. Did I say that wrong? Earth's orbit at 1990. So there was that.
You know, real quick side note. Just yesterday, another thing was launched into Earth's orbit. I was actually able to see a beautiful giant metal rod penetrate the sky. It was gorgeous.
Awesome.
Yes. So speaking of that, because it's only a couple other silly things that happened on today. So let's just go straight to what that was a great segue, honey. You rock, honey. So let's watch the space rocket launch that we just heard about. Who wants to
Does
see?
this take place in her bedroom?
Yes. Yeah. Who wants to see a huge rocket get launched into space?
Let's do
I
it.
love seeing giant metal rods just penetrate the sky.
And especially
with a
that
nice loud bang in the beginning.
Yeah, they got the boosters. I like the booster part. It's my
I
favorite.
prefer the bang at the end.
Color now.
Yes, I prefer the bang at the end
Well,
as
see,
well.
the part at the very end is where all of those people just kind of go inside of the ISS.
So you could say that big metal rod penetrates.
And rather successfully.
Let's hope that it it is going to penetrate something, honey. So
does it buy Earth dinner afterwards?
Let's hope.
Well, it does come back and land.
3, 2, 1.
That's a fun fact. Isn't there 11 people up there now? Is it 9 people up at the ISS all at once?
I think so.
It must be really crowded up there.
It actually is.
You know, I wonder if they do experimentations of orgies in space. Maybe that's why they keep sending all these people up.
They're just rockets. They're just full of condoms.
Oh, well, no, see, that's actually a problem that they found out. Unfortunately, sweat is an issue because if it starts getting everywhere, it goes into all the electronics.
It
So
was the first
they're
time.
still working on making sure to keep the sweat down before they really go to the orgies. They're still kind of like on two-man people or two-people system.
We're only on a
Take the
2-person
six,
system.
You know, I heard
I want a
that
threesome.
one of them had ejaculated in space and it got into the electronics because it was floating around. And that's how our wonderful friend Slim was born.
I always wondered that.
Could
Yes,
you imagine all those little Siemens floating around in this space station?
I can totally imagine it, honey.
Yes, very easily.
And
Gets so excited when it sees all the electronics and it's just like, wow.
also,
And then 9 months.
oh, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead, Ed.
And I was just saying, remember NASA did send a lady into space with 100 tampons. I can't remember how many days for. Was it 6 or a week?
14 or so, I think it was 14 or something like that.
100 tampons. And then they
14.
asked her, is that enough?
So they asked her if it was enough. They asked her if it was enough after they sent the rocket up.
No. They were packing it and they were like, here's 100 tampons. Is this enough for you while you're in space?
Oh Lord.
Because it must cost like $100 to send like one tampon into space.
Yeah, so
Actually,
they,
it's a little bit more than that. So the equation is it's 1 kilogram of material that will get sent into space for every 100,000 kilograms of rocket used.
yeah, so
And
you
even
might
if
as well
it's
send a
men,
bunch.
it can come back.
What was that, Micro?
Even if it's too many for her, someone else can use them later.
Yes.
Hopefully, that's what was happening.
Yeah, hopefully.
She stuffed her
Yeah.
little purse.
Yeah, so most likely what they did is they just sent up enough for a couple people to use throughout time, not just for her. The only problem was they asked her if that was enough for her. And honey, that's way too many for her.
Wow. I did like what Purple said, but it seems like that would be more geared toward the men. It sounds like it would be a good time for the men, but what do the ladies do?
I mean, I suppose
Some
you
ladies
can
do
use a
have,
vacuum cleaner too.
I was going to say, yeah, Ed is right on that one.
some
This
ladies
is true, but
have that.
I still feel like that would benefit the men a little bit more.
Wait,
Well,
how do
ladies
women
get
pee in
moist
space?
and down there and everything like that. So yeah.
How do women urinate in space? Is that what you asked, sweetie?
Yeah, I know how guys do it, but I just realized then, like, how do women do it?
Don't they have like
Because
that
that's
little,
out
the
the
little,
window.
they got that little cup that has the tube, right? I think anything going to that. I think, honey.
Is it an attachment that they
Yeah.
urinate into
Yes.
that then kind of like vacuums it away?
Yeah, it's almost
Yes.
like
Stevie?
it's like a cup for men that you put up there, and then it like kind of makes a seal, and then you go into it, and it has a tube that takes it out. I believe, honey. It sucks, is what I'm telling you.
Spunk bubble. That is great, 9 o'clock hero. I like that. Space spunk bubble.
Wow.
Yes, I like Spunk Bubble. That's my new band name, is Spunk Bubble.
You know, you better not confuse that with the Alfredo sauce that they give in those little squeezable packets.
I think Spunk Bubble's a good name for an orgy.
Hey,
It
Slim, I
is.
sent the YouTube video. It's a 3-minute video. The ESA, European Space Agency, made about the toilet. It's an actual tour of the toilet on the ISS.
Huh.
That would be interesting.
Well, how can we not watch that?
Well, I figured since everybody was so interested.
Here we go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, honey. We're totally watching this.
It's like, how do we get to space? How do we breathe in space? More importantly, how do we pee in space?
Yeah, you ask a bunch of freaks like us.
What
how
what
do you
about
pee in
pooping?
space?
How does that get sucked out?
Honey, we're gonna figure it out right now, I think. You can all hear it, right?
Oh yes, sweetie, we can.
Okay, good.
Hello, and welcome to the toilet of the International Space Station.
Well, thank you for
Let's say
welcoming
you're
me.
here on ISS and you need to go to the restroom. You want to come to this cabin, and the first thing you
I
want to do
thought that was one of
is
Slim's dungeons.
grab this piece of
Yeah,
equipment
it looks like
and turn this
part of it.
rocker switch 90 degrees to the open position. What that does is it turns on a fan, which creates a suction effect in this hose, so that you can use this yellow element for your number one.
Is that for both?
For number two,
Wait,
No, that was for
Oh,
number
yeah.
one.
after the
wait, no. I mean, is
No,
that
that
for
was
men?
for number one. Number
For
two
men-
is the
No.
metal
men-
tube down here.
No. Wait,
Yeah,
for
it is
men
for both
and
men
women?
and women. Yes.
So that's just a little like.
Yeah, that's for both men and women.
Okay, honey. Can you imagine trying to fit that up to your thingy bababa and just going in that tiny little thing? I'm sorry, honey. That would take like months of training.
I like.
Well,
I
what do you
hope
think
they
they did
clean
at
that
Kennedy
thing. They
Space Center?
sanitize it. I hope so. And
But
the,
didn't she say it created a suction? So
Yeah,
it might
totally, honey.
Yeah.
suck
it's a little
onto.
thick.
I suppose you wouldn't have to make 100% contact if it was just sucking it, I guess.
yeah, because that would be that's a little weird. But I like I said, I hope they sanitize that every time they are done with it. Do the men forget to put the cap back on it?
Mm-mm.
I was just thinking that myself.
What? Never mind. I see Mr. Nelson. Never mind. I thought you were sharing some. The Big Bang toilet seat. I'll try to look at that in a second, Dot. Well, let's keep watching this. So, we're gonna have a lot of questions after this, I think, honey.
same suction. We have a solid waste container here, and on top of it is this seat. And the solid waste container is connected via this hose to the same fan, so that, again, the same suction effect allows you to do your number two in weightlessness. I want to show you how it looks, but since we don't want
Wait, do
any
you have
bad
to do your
smells,
number
show
one
us.
and your number two
come out,
separately?
we're going to
Show
actually
us.
turn on the fan.
Is she gonna show us?
I don't know.
What? Huh?
I just want
on.
to know if you have to do it separately, like do your number one and then do your number two, because I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that seems a little weird. I wouldn't be able to do that either.
Well, she did say it's the same fan, so if you're trying to use both of them at the same time, does that mean half power?
This is getting really complicated. No wonder they spend so much time training to go to space.
Well, imagine
That's what I
sitting
was
on
saying.
that tiny little suction toilet to get your boom booms, and while trying to hold that little suction thing for your wee.
No,
that's
see,
just
you're forgetting
weird.
one very crucial, important thing about this entire thing. She's floating around in space. So the entire time you're doing that, you're also having to hold on and keep yourself still. Otherwise, you'll just float away.
So you got one hand to
Oh,
hold
no.
the bar to sit on the toilet suction, one hand to hold the suction thing for your urine, and you hope your aim is spot on.
Isn't that what the
strong
handles on the side are for? To holding on?
Yes, no, literally, that's what those blue things are. Those are, anytime you see that blue bar right there on the ISS, that's an actual handhold or foothold section for you to kind of position yourself with.
I like to imagine now. You said foothold, so maybe they're sitting on the toilet and they're putting their feet up like a squatty potty, and they're trying to pinch as hard as they can while also holding that little urine suction thing.
This sounds
the
like
entire time also being weightless and just kind of floating around.
This all sounds so kinky to me, honey. I'm there. Can I go to space?
Well, why do you think I've been trying to be so supportive of Elon Musk and Tori Bruno and everybody else? Like, legitimately, go in and support your space agencies. If you are in the European area, ESA is doing awesome. China's been having some great successful launches, as has Russia and Japan. And if you're over here in the United States, hey, or even Canada, support NASA. Like, seriously, support your local agencies.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, honey.
You know, I agree, but for me, if it's this complicated to go to the bathroom out in space, I don't know if I want to go. I have a hard
But
time going to the
how
bathroom
much
as it
fun
is.
Yeah,
You can
but
wear a
imagine.
diaper.
No,
Who
no, you
says
can't.
I don't
You
already?
can't because it floats.
Ugh.
I thought that was the.
What happens if you had a meal you are not used to and you get the diarrheas? Then what happens?
Then you only need the number one tube.
Does it get mixed in with the spunk bubbles?
It sounds like it would, honey. Okay, let's keep going before this gets further.
Yeah.
I have to know.
It's gonna be a little bit loud. There we go. Now you can lift the lid. There is this seat that sort of looks comfortable, but
That's
you
a
don't really
seat?
sit in
She said it looks
that's actually the seat.
most of us actually prefer.
Tiny seat.
She did say most of us prefer, and then she was moving a little bit. So maybe it.
Yeah, because she said it's comfortable. That did not look comfortable to me. That's a rather large hole. You know, with the protrusion upwards. That
Wait, is she about to tell us that the women prefer to do it with the seat up?
Oh no! Don't start this drama.
Oh God.
I hope not, honey. Oh my
God,
God.
help me.
Okay.
To lift this one as well and use directly the opening that goes into the bag. And in fact, there is a bag in there. It looks like this. And when we are done with our business, we close the bag and we push it down into the solid waste container. And then, of course, as a courtesy to the next person, we put a new fresh bag inside.
I'm out. I don't need to go to space that bad.
The solid waste container gets changed when it's full, which is roughly every 10 days for a crew of 3 people using it. This one, for example, was installed on the 61st.
I'm sorry, what was that, Micro?
I can hold my pee very long. I'd be fine.
Yeah, but there has been some records, or I do believe. Oh, now I can't remember her name. She was actually on board the ISS for 6 months. Are you able to handle it for 6 months? And I know.
No, probably not.
I know the longest run was just over 660 days. No, something like that. It was
Yeah,
one of
there
the
was a
Russian
woman in space,
astronauts.
wasn't there, for that long?
No, actually, it was a Russian astronaut who held that title. And then another one was the male, Scott. His brother is running for mayor in Texas or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're twins.
That's right.
Some flurries said that it was a proof of a conspiracy that their record was 666 days, and then I think it was MT2 who was debating said that nope, that's been beaten, so it was more than 666.
Yeah, it was more than. It wasn't. I don't think it was 666. It was either more than or less than 660. I can't remember. But it wasn't a conspiracy, and both of the twins.
Yeah, of
it's not a conspiracy like everybody keeps trying to say. Oh, he's really still down here and being filmed. No, they're actually twins, and that's the reason why they were chosen for that test study, because they wanted to know what the difference was between one person in space and one person down here. So they used twins that were identical.
Yeah.
That's wild. You know, I just want to say real quick that little keg looking thing, she said that it's like 6 days max for 3 to 4 people. So if there's 11 people up there now, they're changing that thing out a lot. 9.
Yeah.
That's still a lot. You know, from 3 to 4 people, they're changing that thing out frequently, and it's I will still have a hard pass on that.
Well, I do believe that some of them are going to be returning soon. They're going to be using the Crew 2 capsule to return. Normally they don't hold like 11 people inside of the ISS for any extended period of time. It's typically less than a week. They want between 4 to 8 people on the ISS at any point in time. If it gets more than that or less than that, they want to like move crew around and get stuff done.
Is that the only one bathroom up there? Oops, sorry. Go ahead. Convince me.
I was going to say there's nowhere for them to sleep. Isn't there like only accommodation for like 8 people?
Well, that's just it. There's only enough accommodation for 8 people, and those 8 areas are actually really tightly knit together. So the 9th person is going to be spending the time in the Crew 2 dragging capsule. Inside of there, they will be extending the chairs that you see out fully, and it becomes kind of like a bed that holds them in place. They have to strap themselves in.
Oh my.
Couldn't they,
Yeah,
couldn't
no,
they
you can't
just
hold a
have
sleeping
like
space.
4 people doing work while the other 5 sleep?
Yeah, it's usually
and
4
vice
on, 4
versa.
off.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, what if do they have more than one bathroom up there? Because
no, it's 1 bathroom, 4 beds, and everything else is dedicated to science, laboratory, research, or living. I mean, you do need like water and stuff like that.
Right.
By the way, that's why there is a secondary hose. Instead of just going pee and poo into one area, you go pee into one dedicated area because that water gets filtered and reused.
Well, that part I knew, but I couldn't imagine if you are sitting there waiting to use the bathroom and there's 5 other people trying to use it.
Yeah, morning time gets a little bit difficult for them, but then again, okay, so synchronicity is an issue. That's one of the reasons why they try to rotate people out, is it helps out with keeping people away from the microgravity and everything else, but it also helps keeping synchronicity away. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but if you live in a large group of people, you tend to synchronize when you use the bathroom and other various activities.
Yeah, for sure, honey. Yeah, definitely.
And people who have the vaginas and periods sync up real quick.
Yes, that is actually something that has been known. Jessica Meir, that was her name. Jessica Meir, and I can't remember her best friend's name either. Both of them were astronauts that went to the ISS. It was known that they ended up having to use the bathroom at the same time and stuff like that.
Yeah,
all this reminds me of that crazy lady who was on the space shuttle who ended up, I think she killed her partner that she loved here on Earth. She wore one of those space diapers and drove for like 16 hours and then went to did she kill him or was it attempted murder? She went crazy.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, she filled the car with like supplies and nappies and
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, this happened. What was it? You know what I'm talking about? Convince me. Was this back in the 90s?
I don't know. I've heard the story, but I don't know when it's
okay,
very,
you gave me a new story I'm going to have to research later. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Biscuit.
Yes, it was a big funny thing on the news about how the astronaut that went a little nuts and wore diapers to drive a long ways to confront her partner or something.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Well, you look that up on look that up, everyone, because it's funny.
Yeah, it's vaguely
note,
like I heard it, but I don't remember it.
I just want to say I have some very yummy cookie in my mouth.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Why do you have cookie in your mouth?
Oh, wait, are you over there with Cookie right now, Micro? I was wondering why Cookie kept fidgeting around.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, because she's been putting herself on mute and Micro has been rather quiet. I was kind of wondering what was going on.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Biscuit. I was thinking the same thing.
It's called a secret rendezvous. But
is it secret if we all know?
Not anymore, honey.
You ruined their fun.
Oh, don't
Okay.
worry. I'll be sure to have fun with them both later.
Yes, we're gonna have the after party, and
boy.
so when we take Slim out of the closet, then we'll have fun. But
Cookie,
before,
just be sure to send Slim over to me, okay?
yes,
Yes,
I will for
already out
sure.
of the closet.
Yes. So
Where-
let's get back on track. What we were doing.
Where is the after party?
It is in Danish's Discord, and I believe that like some of those. There's been the Mr. Nelson and there's been the Brainless that's been posting all the links for all of us. So everybody say thank you to both of them for posting all our links.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
seriously, both of you are fantastic.
Yes, we love you both.
Thank you, my pony.
We
We
love
love you
ya.
both.
And tell Tina thank you for letting us use you for a minute there, Brainless.
Yeah.
So
I do enjoy using Brainless, but Mr. Nielsen, go ahead and visit me later.
yes. So the Ets brought up this subject earlier. So I don't know anything about it, but I would love you to explain it for us there, honey.
I think.
You broke
I
Ed.
think.
How is
You
Ed
broke my
broken?
husband. What did you do, Slim?
She asked me to bring this up, and now
It's the best thing ever. Like long story short, there's a big argument over over caterpillar cake in the UK. And it's like
Wait, that's a cake?
yeah, so that's a cake.
I feel bad for whoever made that.
But what's happening is Marks and Spencer's sued Aldi over Gusbert, the cake, the little caterpillar cake. So there's this massive thing where it's very unjust because Marks and Spencer's had a Colin the caterpillar cake. So there's a big drama going on, and all the other supermarkets also have caterpillar cakes. So they're now all ganging up against Marks and Spencer's, and this big dramatic shop off about faking caterpillar cake.
Okay, I can't be the only person who absolutely has been loving these Twitter feuds between companies. No,
Yeah.
normally I hate companies in anything like that, but I have been loving like Aldi saying Marks and Snitches. Are you kidding me?
Marks and
And
Aldi's
also,
been doing it.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but my lovely mistress, could you please repeat what you said about Mr. Nielsen?
What? Oh,
He wasn't
Tony.
there.
Of course. Well, you have to call me later, okay?
Call you? Ooh.
Yes. What?
Only the two of you.
Yes,
Oh my
he
God,
is with my
cool.
pony.
They're setting up their date for after the show. Well, this is wild, but this is kind of crazy. They're having an argument over a caterpillar cake. Is one company saying that they own the rights to the caterpillar and the other one doesn't, or what is this about now?
I don't get it, honey.
Because the likeness.
Are they the
was-
only ones allowed to make caterpillar cake?
Don't they like?
But why is he
don't-
in a cage? Free the
Yeah.
caterpillar.
That's the
whole
poor little
argument.
caterpillar. That's the poor caterpillar that got snitched on by Marks and Spencer's for looking too much like Colin the caterpillar. But that's Gusbert.
Oh,
Maybe he's in
Poor
a cage
Gusbert.
the same reason your pets are in a cage. If they like
there's
it.
two caterpillars.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
There's every single shop has a caterpillar, but Marks and Spencer's bullied on Aldi.
Oh, okay, hold on real quick. Purple rhymes with orange. I have noticed that Google moderators have been going around to just random channels, no matter how big or small you are, and muting you if you're posting links.
Yes.
It's not every chat and channel. I've been in channels for like the past 2 weeks where I've seen posts being posted, but I've also been in chats where the Google moderator has been deleting posts. So to
Moderator.
Google moderator, to YouTube moderator, can you stop, please? Stop it.
They hit my chat on Thursday.
No, seriously, freaking
And
stop.
Wednesday,
Why?
right?
You're freaking
Yes.
robots.
No,
Go
like they were
away.
nailing Team Skeptic's channel. They were nailing Team Skeptic.
They got pips last night as well.
Yeah.
Did
So
they? Are you kidding me?
so today.
Mistress, I already almost spat my beer out.
So what I'm getting at today is the reason I showed it is yes, Purple, you can show it in ours today. I made you a mod, so go ahead and post all your links that you want. So everybody post your links that are a mod here today, because for some reason they haven't gotten us yet, and they have been the last
weird
week.
thing is even the mods weren't allowed to post things.
I know.
The only one who was able
only
to
the
post
owner
any
of
link
the
was the
channel.
owner of the channel.
Yeah. No, even the owner of their certain channels were getting their stuff being deleted
No, I didn't.
by the Google moderator. Some of them were.
Yeah, it's been really crazy this last week. I hope they're over it, and maybe next week we won't have to deal with that. But this last week was insane with the Google mods.
Seriously, I don't know which one Google moderators need. They either need to take the stick out of their ass or put a stick in their ass. I don't care which.
I know,
Just
and they need to
decide
change.
and do it.
Maybe we just need to send them a caterpillar cake from Aldi, and all will be good.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
Homer, who's now in jail, and they did a cake just for Slim as well.
Oh, they
What
did?
is it? Is it just a big vibrator?
In the link underneath that link, there is Slim's cake.
Well, I want that.
Okay.
And from Michael to us, and anybody who wants that cake. Spit cake.
What was it under, honey?
It was under the link you were just on, the caterpillar cake, the second caterpillar link.
Okay, I'll try that. Oh, honey! Oh my god!
Wow.
Let me
please.
stop.
Can I order one of those?
I like that. Yes, I like that cake better.
You know what? I'm gonna need one of
now
those
we know we're
delivered
not going to
every
hear
month,
from
please.
Linda for the rest of the show. She found something she likes. She's going to be staring at that for a little bit. So if she's extra quiet, we know why.
No, Biscuit, I closed it again, okay?
Don't worry, Biscuit. I'll make sure to keep her on track. I'll whip her in place.
It's got a little.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, Linda, you know I do whip you in place.
Okay, so
I'm gonna hide.
I'm
not telling where.
I really need Ed to say the caption above it.
Why don't Aldi create a caterpillar cake and put it in full bondage gear, then use the tagline, "This isn't just any caterpillar cake, it's an S&M caterpillar cake."
Oh my god.
That sounded so cute coming from your little mouth.
Thank you so much.
If you would have called it a capitilla, I would have lost myself.
I would have
Catadildo.
A catadildo?
You guys, does everybody realize?
Oh wait, I just realized what the pillar
micro.
part of caterpillar meant.
You know, is that cake cream filled?
Ooh, that's a good question, Biscuit.
It's chocolate cream filled.
Oh, even better.
This is the worst part about all this cake drama is if you're a kid in like the UK, you had this cake for every birthday. This was the cake, not the S&M one.
Okay. Yeah, I get you, honey.
That's the special birthday cake that everybody wanted when you were like 5. You're like, please, could I have the caterpillar cake? And then you'd get this like massive cake, and you're like, it's not Gusbert.
Okay, see, over here in the States, we have a little bit of a different thing. We have the same similar whale cake. It's just always rebranded into something different. Cookie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I know what you're speaking about.
Oh,
And Biscuit
whale
should know
cake.
too.
Yeah, the
it's
ice
the
cream
same
whale
whale
cake.
Yeah, it's always the same whale cake.
They just use the same whale design, but they make it into something different. It's weird.
This is news to me. I live here. I've never seen no whale cake.
Now imagine.
Well, then again, you are also close enough to Canada to be a Canadian.
This is true. We like our Canadians.
So imagine one of
partial to
them
it.
companies suing another company for having the likeness of that whale cake. That's what's happening.
I know, that's why I'm just... What kind of whale is it, though?
Oh.
Instead, we get the nut jobs who, they find out a company is for like the LGBTQ rights. So the idiots, they destroy the item to boycott that company. They destroy an item they already paid for, so all the money already went to that company. That's
Look,
the kind of nut jobs we
You
get
know
here.
what? I am perfectly fine with those kind of nut jobs. They can go ahead and buy as many of the LGBTQ plus items that they want to and destroy it after they buy it. Because
Right,
it's already
it's
going to the
hilarious.
LGBTQ community. So I could care less.
Right, it's hilarious, but I'm saying like that's
Exactly.
the kind of nut jobs we have here, where they think they're doing something that
Hurts
is
us.
all so against it, but yet they already paid for the
Yeah,
item.
go ahead and try to hurt me by paying for an item that's going to help me. Yeah, go for it. Do it
Exactly,
again.
honey.
And I dare you to do it again after that.
Yeah. So let's get on to our next subject, because we spent an hour and 15 minutes just talking about all that fun stuff. So let's get on to like some interesting
like
stuff in
every
the
time,
Americas. Yeah.
From standing stones underwater to a wealthy Spanish princess, here are 9 amazing and curious discoveries. Number 9. Spanish Stonehenge. Sometime between 4,000 and 7,000 years ago, ancient people living in what is now Spain erected the dolmen of Guadalperal, a megalithic monument better known as the Spanish Stonehenge. The site consists of around 140 boulders arranged in a concentric circle and was likely used as a temple and a cemetery. Sadly,
We've got the original Stonehenge, just for the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, just go ahead and rub that into my wound a little bit more.
It's kind of interesting. I didn't know about the thing in Moldova.
That was actually kind of cool. I didn't know that either.
submerged in 1963 with the creation of the Valdecañas Reservoir, leaving the area's younger residents curious about the landmark that their elders spoke about. Sometimes, when the water level dropped, they could see the stones peeking out from the water. A drought in 2019 fully exposed the dolmen for the first time in decades. As awe-inspiring as Spanish Stonehenge was for those who had longed their entire lives to see it, the sight was also alarming. The megaliths, constructed from highly porous stone, showed obvious signs of erosion, cracking, and other damage. Recognizing their historical importance, locals called on officials to remove and preserve the dolmen. Like Stonehenge, the megaliths formed a sun temple and a burial ground. They seem to have a religious but also economic purpose, being at one of the few points of the river where it was possible to cross. So it was a sort of trading hub, said Ángel Castaño, head of the local cultural association. There are lingering mysteries surrounding Spanish Stonehenge, including the meanings of some of the megalith's engravings. Even more alarmingly, the site's future also remains uncertain, as it appears that citizens' repeated outcries to save the site have gone unanswered by the Spanish government. Number 8. Disappeared
bad.
Nike. Wanted
why wouldn't you want to preserve something from history like that?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a bunch of people here who are more looking forward to preserving the Confederate history than the actual Native history, and that's kind of why I wanted to show this, was to show off like the actual ancient history of the Americas before these certain people
Colonialism
came up.
happened.
Yeah, there you go, honey. That's the best way to put it.
Before colonialism happened.
And the thing is, they said anywhere between 4,000 and 7,000 years ago. Let's put it at the 7,000 year mark. I want to know how those young Earth creationists explain that.
Yeah.
Hell, even if you put it at the 5,000 year mark or the 4,000 year mark, that's still over their 6,000 young mark.
Yeah, exactly, honey. Because there would have been people then, and they don't think that there were people that old, that long ago. So yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Especially in certain parts of the world where they think it was all flooded.
Now, I can't just as a quick side note, I can't be the only person who always gets like completely shocked whenever you hear somebody just talking normally and then they go into an accent to say a name like that one woman did.
Yeah,
She said the name beautifully, don't get me wrong. It just is like one of those, okay, English, Spanish, English. Okay, that was cool.
Yes. It's a little off-putting sometimes when people go into the proper dialect, but at least she's saying it right there.
Well, I wasn't going to say off-putting. I was just going to say jarring or shocking. It's not off-putting because I enjoy it, but it does shock me just out of, okay, I didn't know you were going to do that out of nowhere, but that was pleasant.
Yeah.
To form a
like she
community
actually
of
got
their
it
own,
correct.
Japanese Canadians, or Nikkei, settled together in a secluded section of British Columbia's North Shore Mountains during the first half of the 20th century. For some time, the quaint settlement thrived, featuring houses arranged in rows, a water reservoir, a garden, a bathhouse, and a shrine. It
Oh, you know I enjoy the bathhouses there, honey.
provided
definitely could
Japanese
use a good
immigrants
soak.
and
Yes.
their children an opportunity to preserve their culture and escape the discrimination they faced in mainstream society in the Vancouver area.
Oh, that's
where they were
interesting.
barred from voting, practicing law, and becoming civil servants.
Well, imagine
The
that.
community lived in much desired privacy and relative secrecy until everyone appears to have simply vanished. Archaeologist Bob Muckle, who learned of the site in 2004 from a retired forester who had found artifacts there, spent several weeks excavating every year with a team of hand-picked students.
Well, that's kind of interesting that they just disappeared all of a sudden. Huh, that's weird.
A little strange.
I mean, I know that there are cultures that decided they couldn't use the land anymore and they had to move out, but it's interesting to find out that they just got up and left, you know?
Well, typically when cultures move out, they move out in smaller sections one by one, not just in one giant culmination at once.
Yeah, definitely, for sure, honey.
So what made them all move at once is a good question.
Yes.
I agree with you
sometimes
on
I
that.
like a giant culmination at once.
But that's
I can agree with you on that, Biscuit. I definitely can.
Yes, so we all like a big culmination.
They've uncovered over 1,000 items, including rice bowls, sake bottles, parts of a lantern, pocket watches, ceramics, buttons, teapots, and a cedar platform that was once likely the shrine. The team also identified the locations of 14 small homes, which likely housed between 40 and 50 people altogether. Muckle found documentation showing that a Japanese businessman once held the title to a parcel of land next to the village, where a logging camp was located. Although the area's trees were largely harvested by 1924, he believes that the secret community's residents remained there longer. In fact, Muckle believes that people remained in the village until World War II, even though he admittedly has not unearthed any artifacts dating past 1920. Regardless of when the villagers left, one thing is clear: they left in a hurry. Chances are, Muckle says, they were arrested or sent to road camps amid World War II era anti-Japanese sentiments. Number 7. Lost.
Yeah, and just like Brainless said right before, it was probably genocide or something like that, unfortunately. And that's just horrible.
Yeah, it's just too sad to hear that maybe they were forced out of that village.
Which is, because they could have made a thriving community that actually was doing something today with commerce or something like that. But whatever, honey. That's the problem with all this history stuff we're going to see today is these Europeans kind of, I don't want to say it like that. There are people that came over here and they took advantage of the people and they pushed them out. And so we're just going to learn a little bit about the Americas before that happened. So I can get a little bit of idea on, how it was here before.
Things the books don't teach you.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to try to teach. I mean,
you can't learn everything in the Karma Sutra. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, I've tried.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I tried.
Speaking of that, okay, let's go.
Beatles footage. When the Beatles performed their song Paperback Writer on BBC's Top of the Pops television program in June 1966, the network failed to record the show. It was the band's only performance on the show, and until early 2019, it was widely believed that the live appearance was lost to history. That year, an 11-second clip from the show surfaced from a collector in Mexico who acquired the footage from a family from Liverpool. Shortly thereafter, news surfaced that one Beatles fan named David Chandler had recorded part of the show by aiming his 8mm camera at the television screen, capturing 92 seconds of the performance. The video sat in Chandler's attic for the next half-century until he handed it over to Kaleidoscope after hearing about a campaign to recover lost performances. Both clips are silent, but Kaleidoscope remastered the footage and synced it to the song's audio, bringing modern-day fans as close as they'll probably ever get to experiencing the performance firsthand. The show was filmed during the last year the Beatles toured. They reunited later in 1969 when they emerged on a London rooftop unannounced and gave their final live performance. And now for number 6, but first, wanted to say a big...
Wait, what the fuck did that have to do with the history of America?
Yeah, I don't understand. It says proof of the oldest known civilization. How is that a civilization?
What the? Does anybody?
No, it's the Beatles. Don't get me wrong. The Beatles are a nice band, but the crap.
Yeah, no, I love the Beatles. They're awesome. But what did that have to do with ancient civilizations of America? What the fuck?
Maybe these people celebrated 420 a little bit too hard.
Wait, no, I figured it out. This is supposed to be dedicated to people from 3030. So it's in the future that they're going to be watching us talk about it. So that's going to be America's history then.
Oh, it'll be a history then. Okay, I get that.
Yeah, we're still living history now. That's what it is. We just didn't get that part.
So they're going to think that the Beatles are oldest known civilization, apparently.
Yes.
The future is wild and kinky.
I mean, you do have to realize we are Americans. I mean, we kind of like want to own stuff like that, even though it's not ours.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, we're just following in our father's footsteps.
Exactly. Okay, so let's watch the next one, and if it's as dumb...
You do own some pets and toys, but they do want it, so...
I'm sorry about that. Convince me. I didn't mean to make you gag.
Okay, so let's watch one more.
People like to try to see her gag, but that's for another time.
That's the after party. We'll talk about that in Discord.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our subscribers for supporting this channel and coming to hang out in our corner of the internet. Big shout out to Mayra Reyes and Jen.
I'll skip the adverts for them.
$480,000. As it turned out, even Wolf's guess about the painting's value was low. The piece, titled Christ Mocked, sold at auction for an astounding $26.6 million to US-based Chilean collectors who specialize in Italian masterpieces. But the French government was keen to get its hands on the artwork, and its culture ministry blocked the painting's export under the condition that the country has 30 months to raise enough money to buy it. Number 5. Toad Mural. The ancient Caral civilization is considered the oldest known civilization in the Americas and one of the first civilizations in the world.
Oh my god, is that a globe?
Archaeologists have unearthed a very curious mural from the lost civilization, showing a creature of some sort with its arms reaching toward the head of a man.
Isn't that cute?
Found.
Isn't that so cute, honey? Just look at that. Isn't that so awesome?
Like, it's smiling. It's so cute. It's just happy. It's like, I want to give you a hug.
Exactly.
I want to know what it's looking at. It's looking like it's kind of looking off to the side, like there's something really interesting over there for as wide as its eyes are. You know, maybe it was back in my time when I was doing a striptease.
Biscuit, it's looking at the guy who's digging in the dirt right there.
Yeah, he's looking at him.
That is wild.
Okay, let's watch some more. Oh my god.
At the site of Vichama, it's a miracle it's even still around. It's believed to be about 3,800 years old and is actually a toad wrapping its arms around the man's head.
Oh, that's what it is.
Represents the arrival of water, archaeologist Tatiana Abad said during a news conference about the discovery, adding that the mural talks about the importance of water in times of crisis and the reflections that we can create from them. Excavations at Vichama began in 2007 and are ongoing. Scientists hope to learn more about this little-known lost civilization through the structures and artifacts they left behind. So far, it's clear that the Caral were meticulous urban planners with advanced architectural skills for the time.
They knew how to make boobies.
Some remains of human sacrifice uncovered, but for the most part,
the iNetwork made that charity teams.
What was that, Micro?
The charity looked a bit like the charities on the iNetwork, like Global Moms and stuff like that. Those avatars.
Yeah.
It was a similar style. Yep. Yeah.
To be more peaceful and spent much of their time studying the heavens, practicing their religion, and playing musical
Oh,
instruments.
blowing
Also
bones.
known as the Norte Chico civilization, the ancient Caral were a pre-Columbian society that lived in what is now Peru, flourishing between the 4th and 3rd millennia BC. They built their first city around 3500 BC, and from then on, they spread and lived in large settlements. But by 1600 BC, the Caral were no longer. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the Caral society is what caused its collapse. Over 100 people work at the site daily, uncovering its secret.
I'm guessing it's white people, but never mind.
You know, it reminded
by
me of a
layer.
song back in the day where it's like they built that city. They built that city on rocks.
Rock and roll.
Rock
That's the
and
rule.
sand.
Oh my god, Eddie.
There you go. I used to jam out to that song.
That
Is
was
that what the
You
youth
just
is calling it these days? Jamming out? Is that correct? Conspiracies and act? Is that what you youth are calling it?
I don't
Hey,
know.
I'm young too. I'm
we
just
can
at
go with
them. I'm
jamming.
young too.
Well,
yeah, the
you too,
micros is young.
Micro. Oh, Micro.
Thank you, Biscuit, for telling me I'm old.
Like what, honey?
Oh, I just alienated everyone here, I guess. My apologies.
Yeah.
I mean, we are
Thank you
all
for saying
young,
that I'm young.
but you
Biscuit is
know,
cancelled. We're
for
canceling
as
Biscuit.
much as Conspiracies was blushing earlier, I figured she was pretty young because the other ones didn't get so embarrassed by some of the things being said, so you must know some things.
Well, all sorts of things happen in my Discord.
I'm very young.
So
Oh my god, Winters is here. Everybody say hi to Winters.
Hey,
Winters!
Winters!
I won't get you mixed up with Doorknob Head again today.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
along with the rest of us.
we're gonna talk about more about some rock and rolls, I think.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Princess
Are we
of
getting
La
a rock
Almoloya. Almost 4,000 years ago,
I mean, we have been.
in what is now southeastern Spain, a woman from the Argaric culture was buried with a collection of valuable jewelry, including a silver diadem. She was found with the diadem still on her head when the grave was uncovered. The Argaric people were much.
Wait, what's a diadem? Does anybody know?
Is it like
sort of like a crown, but
Yeah,
it
half a
doesn't go all the
crown.
way around. Yeah, half
Okay.
a crown.
Okay,
I thought she said diaphragm.
Yeah, I was like, why is she putting that on her head if she's got a diaphragm? It doesn't go there, honey.
No, the wrong end.
Oh, the wrong end. Okay. So let's keep watching.
Wealthier than other cultures in the region and used bronze much earlier than everyone else did. Found at La Almoloya, radiocarbon dating shows that the woman was buried around 1700 BC, surrounded by a treasure trove of jewelry. The sheer amount indicates that she was either a queen or a political personality and ruler in her own right. A new study examining the Princess of La Almoloya demonstrates that the treasures indicate that she was a ruler of the surrounding lands where she was laid to rest, and that she may have even been the head of a state. She was buried alongside a man who may have been her consort. This story would be a great one to know more about. His grave was much more simple, and signs indicate that he was a warrior. His skull shows signs of a severe facial injury, and wear on his bones suggests he spent a lot of time on horseback. He was buried first, and the princess was buried a short time after with much splendor. She had bracelets, earlobe plugs, rings, spirals of silver wire, and a silver diadem. It matches 6 others that were also found.
Yellow plugs.
Yeah.
That's. When was she from? Which era?
4,000 years ago, I think is what they said around then. We did a video, or Slim did a video on Wednesday about the history of body modifications. And they said the earplugs had been around for like hundreds of thousands of years. That was like one of the first, it's one of the first body modifications was ear stretchings, and then we talked about nose stretching, and they talked about anal. I mean, oh, sorry, that wasn't that one. Yeah, so that was
okay.
ball stretching, CBT. No, that was something else. That's another video. Sorry.
That's the after show, honey. After show.
yeah. So let's see what else that they found out about her. And go ahead, Micro.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying ow because of the stretching of various parts.
Yeah, that does hurt there, honey. And so yes, they're brainless. This is the Americas, but it was the Europeans that came over here that were talking about their history. So there was no America yet, technically. So it's the Americans coming over. I mean, sorry, the Europeans coming over here to spread their seed. I mean, their bones. I mean, never mind.
Their things.
Found on wealthy women found in graves. These crowns came down and covered the brow and nose. National Geographic reports that using the price of silver quoted in Mesopotamian records from the time, the archaeologists estimate the grave goods were worth the equivalent today of many tens of thousands of dollars. Other burials and grave goods in the area, including knives and tools, indicate that Argaric females were considered adults as young as age 6,
well, that sounds
much
kinky.
earlier than males,
no.
who were thought to reach manhood during their teens. Some females' graves were reopened for the
weird.
burial of other community members, which was considered a great honor, and royal women's remains show that they ate much more meat than common women, indicating their high level of political power.
Whoa. Women of high stature used to eat lots of meat back then? Is that what she said? Is that what I heard?
That
All right.
sounded correct.
I think so.
I still can't get over the age of 6 thing.
Yeah, I can't believe that they were saying women were adults at that age, and then men were. Yeah, imagine, unfortunately, living back then where they were like, "Oh my God, you're an adult like now," and you got to do everything on your own.
That's a bit cringeworthy, thinking that at 6 they claim them as 9 or adults.
Yeah, because think about it, mortality was probably only 20 to 30 years old. So, most parents didn't live after, the kids are growing up being adults. There wasn't being raised by an adult back then. Or a grandparent. You know what I'm saying? There weren't grandparents back then, honey.
But 6.
Yeah, I know, honey. It's not. Just imagine how horrible that would be. But while we think about that, let's look up at it a little more.
These types of findings suggest to experts that women may have ruled Argaric communities.
Oh yeah,
the
women
jury
rule.
Is still out. Number 3, lost Middle Stone Age site. The region surrounding Kenya's Lake Turkana is a hotbed for fossils left behind by early hominids who lived between 1 and 7 million years ago, including the first members of the Homo genus.
What? Homos? What?
Homonids.
Oh, is this the first time there was... So this is the first time I've recorded homos? Is that what they're saying?
They've been around for a very long time, despite what some of the people out there want to think.
Yeah. We have perfected the homo, though. We have evolved very much on the homo. We've learned a lot.
Well, I'm glad that we're still on the homo there, honey.
That we are all members of today. Oddly, however, Middle Stone Age sites dating back between 300,000 and 50,000 years ago are conspicuously lacking in the region. This is the time when modern humans first arose, and there is evidence that they passed through here at some point based on the tools they left behind. Here's where things get interesting. The only documentation of a Middle Stone Age site in Turkana is a PhD dissertation by a graduate student named Alison.
Honey, my homo is
dating back to
erectus.
the early 1990s. Unfortunately, Kelly passed away, and the site's exact location was lost until 2015, when archaeologist Catherine Ranhorn set out to find it. Using Google Earth and Kelly's hand-drawn maps, Ranhorn identified a potential site and mapped the coordinates. She drove to the remote location, feeling uneasy about her guess. Lo and behold, she encountered a site riddled with stone tools, along with 4 rusty nails just like ones that Kelly had found during her own excavation years earlier. Ranhorn recalled the discovery's excitement.
Amazing.
Think about that. Using like documents or text or whatever, and then using Google Earth and other maps, and then coming up with a location and actually finding something. Oh my God, honey, that's amazing. Because we all know how huge the oil is, right? It's fucking huge, right?
It's massive. It's one big, massive blue ball.
It's a huge ball, honey. So just imagining going into the middle of nowhere and saying, okay, I think that there's going to be something here, and digging there and actually finding something. Oh my God.
That would be exciting.
That would just give me all
that's a good way to answer the question that you were asking earlier. How can we help save the world? Well, it is a big blue ball. We need to just relieve it so it doesn't have blue balls anymore.
So everybody rub the earth, and then maybe it won't be so blue. Maybe we'll...
maybe that's why they've been launching so many rockets.
Exactly. It's just the Earth trying to penetrate the moon from down here using humans.
Well, we're trying to get to Uranus, honey, and I think that's the whole
goal.
Oh,
no, Uranus is later.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, is we got blue balls, but if we get to Uranus, we may be able to fix that.
Are they going to just do a nice little light pass by, or are they going to really get in there?
I think they're really going to get in there all over the moon's face.
Well, see, I hope we give it a spanking first, and then we insert. So
well,
I think
I hope if they truly get deep in Uranus that it goes well and isn't too messy.
We just gotta make sure we use
the right Uranus can be rather gassy, so it might be a little bit messy for the first couple times.
Oh, yes.
I have seen a person in some chat who's named Titan Uranus. So Titan Uranus. But so I had to check them. Is Titan moon around Uranus? And no, it's not. I don't remember which one it was, but it wasn't Uranus. So
I'm pretty sure Titan is the moon around Saturn. It's either Saturn or Jupiter. I think it's Saturn.
I think that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Titan Uranus definitely sounds funnier than Titan Saturn.
Titan Uranus.
Yes,
I know. Well,
I would have asked them to prove it.
Can we do anal kegels? Is that how you tighten Uranus?
I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we can try.
Okay, well let's work on that, honey.
Now I want to name a moon around Uranus. Kegel.
Oh my God, honey! There's so many innuendos inside of there that we just gotta keep going. Hold on.
Titan Uranus is a YouTuber who doesn't make any content.
The content? Never mind. Okay, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
An interview with Discover magazine stating it was like reconnecting with Allison Kelly and carrying on the research that she did. Excavations picked up literally where they had left off so long ago. Number 2, Sorceress Kit. New discoveries constantly being made at Pompeii and ongoing
research. She found the place that she was talking about and continuing it. I think that's pretty cool.
Yes, isn't that amazing? She fingered out the location by feeling it out on Google Earth. Oh wait, what? Never mind.
Excavations of the vast site, which was buried in ash when Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, leaving it virtually frozen in time. In 2019, archaeologists working in the Garden House in a section of Pompeii found the remnants of a small wooden box that had rotted over time, with only its bronze hinges surviving. The box's contents consist of around 100 small items that archaeologists said relate to the female world, including tiny skulls, little dolls.
Well, that's interesting that they said it that way, that are connected to the female world. That's pretty interesting.
And what was the name of that again? Garden Place?
I'll have to look it up and tell everybody later. I don't remember exactly what they were speaking about right now, but that's really awesome that they found all these. I don't know why they called them feminine devices, but I just thought that was interesting.
Two mirrors, necklace pieces, buttons carved from bone, carved scarab beetles, crystals, and miniature phalluses.
That looked like a candy bracelet.
Well, one of the problems is, honey, is that this is the Western culture talking about it. So remember, we talked about Wednesday about how there were transgender cultures around the world in ancient cultures. So just because you think it's feminine doesn't mean that it's feminine, honey. It just could be something that in the cultural that everybody does, you know, and because you think that it's feminine doesn't mean that it is.
Exactly. Why do they always do this? They always associate it with one thing or the other.
Yeah, and it's
there's famous book series in Sweden where it was written in the 1940s, I think, and it takes place in the 1800s. And it's twice in this series it's mentioned that a little boy, like he gets at one point he gets a dress for his birthday, and then it's something also about mentioning a dress. I don't know if it's the same dress, but yeah. So that was little boys wore dresses. That wasn't anything weird in those days.
Yeah, exactly. Just recently in like 1950s, in the Americas, I don't know how it happened around the other parts of the world, but before the 1950s, little boys wore dresses. There was no sexualization per se until somebody became a grown up. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So in every culture, it was that way. There's no reason to sexualize little kids until they decide and we start discovering what they feel comfortable in, which gender is the best way to put it. You just watch the kids and you see what they're playing with and how they're doing stuff. And when they get into the puberties, then you go, hey, honey, what do you want to do with your life? And then you talk to them about it. The Brainless suggested that we rewind it a little bit, and we're going to actually see what culture and what we're talking about here.
The ongoing excavations of the vast site, which was buried in ash when Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, leaving it virtually frozen in time.
So it's
in
called
2019, archaeologists working in the Garden House
It's
and
called
a
the
section of
Garden
Pompeii
House.
found the remnants of a small wooden box that had rotted over time, with only its bronze hinges surviving. The box's contents consist of around 100 small items that archaeologists said relate to the female world, including tiny skulls, little dolls, 2 mirrors, necklace pieces, buttons carved from bone, carved scarab beetles, crystals, and miniature phalluses. A press release detailing the peculiar
miniature phalluses.
I like the skull bit.
Okay, so the way that they said it actually was
I like the implication of that that mirrors were part of the female world. So men didn't use mirrors.
yeah, exactly. Although the way that they worded it was a little bit better than they thought at first. It was like feminization products, or I don't know how they said it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought originally.
They said female world.
Yeah. So it wasn't actually. If they would have said feminine world, it would have been a little bit better. But I think that it just meant that like anybody in that world would wear these or have these. So actually, I don't think it was as bad as I first thought. So good on them for saying it in a better way than they could have said it. It could have made it really sound really bad.
Yeah.
But that's why I like this lady who does this show, and I'll put her link in the side chat later so everybody can go subscribe to her. She does awesome work like this where she puts together stuff about old civilizations and about stuff like this, and she really brings it to us the right way, I think.
peculiar discovery stated that the items may constitute a sorceress kit of sorts for fortune telling or to bring good luck.
Nice.
They may have been used in some type of ritual revolving around fertility, pregnancy, omens, or seduction. It's likely that the kit's owner was an inhabitant of the house where it was found, and that they were unable to take the objects with them when they fled or attempted to flee. Massimo Osana, Director General of the Archaeological Park, said that researchers are working to better understand the kit's meaning and significance. He believes that a
So, Brainless wants us to talk about the little dicks more, and honey, we'll talk about that after this.
servant or slave of the household owned the items. Since the team did not find anything particularly valuable among the trinkets, like gold or precious objects, the remains of several people were found within the home, possibly including the box's owner. Scientists announced that they are attempting to determine the individual's kinship ties through DNA analysis, and that the sorceress kit would be cleaned, preserved, and put on display at the Palestra Grande at Pompeii. Number 1.
Honey, I want a sorceress kit. Where do I pick that up? I want one of those.
Hi, little wolf. Little wolf
Oh,
is
hey.
in chat.
Hi.
Yes,
Hey, little
hello, little wolf. Hope you are doing well. Goop, goop.
I will pet your little head if that's okay with you to let me pet your head.
Oh, we do have a little wolf in chat. Okay.
Yes.
I just have to warn you, Cookie. If you're gonna pet little wolf, you always have to make sure to bring snackos with you.
Yeah.
I will definitely bring snacks. I would like to pet your belly, but I don't think I have permission there, honey. So I will pet your head first and give you a snack.
I just
and then go from there.
I just want little wolf's nozzles.
Yes, little boop
Yes,
for
which
little
head?
wolf, and he asked for which head. And does it matter, little wolf? Look at all us lovely ladies in here. You should be so ready for it.
Honey, I will pet
Yeah.
whichever head you will let me pet. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
I'll pet all of your heads.
Well, yes. Okay, thank you so much. And boop to you. Yes, that's what it was. I didn't remember what it was. But that's the thingy. So let's watch the last one and then we'll talk about some stuff. I'm like, what, honey?
10-million-year-old teeth. In recent years, the discovery of 2 prehistoric
That's an
hominid-like
old
teeth
tooth.
sparked controversial news headlines claiming that the artifacts stand to rewrite human history. The 9.7-million-year-old chompers, a canine and an upper molar, were discovered in Eppelsheim, Germany in 2016. They resemble the teeth belonging to Lucy, the famous fossilized Australopithecus afarensis specimen and an ancestor of early humans. But these teeth are 4 million years older than Lucy, and as a result, some reports misconstrued the discovery, claiming that mankind may have evolved in Europe rather than Africa. This simply isn't the case.
Well, I love
Yeah, that's
Lucy.
Well,
So,
it's
yes.
possible that these scientists does have some explaining to do.
Yes. And
I think that I reference that show. I'm not entirely sure.
And yes, Brainless, you're bi-curious, we know, and we'll show you little and micro. Never mind, that happens at the after party.
Actually, I was just about to ask Cookie, which one would be even smaller than that? Because they did, Brainless, you did forget somebody.
Yeah, so there's the 3 tinies of the show. So, I mean, and who is smaller? I still think that micro is the smallest out of them, but the most comfortable fitting. So that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I would say you are lucky if you got a try for the fittings. I mean, how did you manage that? I would like to try fittings.
The only thing I have to say is that all 3 of them are incredibly cuddleable.
Yes,
and that's very.
And I just want to put Ed in my pocket.
I just want to put all 3 of them in my pocket, Little Wolf and Micro.
Yeah, they're all pocket size.
Yeah.
Everybody's pocket now.
But
Hey, you're gonna fit in all of our
Wolf
pockets.
in one pocket and then Ed in the other. Yeah.
Oh my god,
why
what is
are you
talking?
all in one pocket?
Yeah, Tusk, watch
It's-
out. You're gonna steal me.
Yeah, I don't want the F to be
I'm offended. I thought I already had stolen you.
Oh
Okay, so really quick, I just want to remind everybody that vagina means small pocket. So we're fitting all of them in our small pocket. I mean,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Small
You can
fun
all
fact
3
about
be in the same pocket. Yeah.
All 3 of you can fit into my small pocket. Don't worry.
Yes,
Who's
go
gonna
ahead.
be in the other pocket then?
Let's let Micro speak.
speaking of what vagina means, the thing that you put the sword in when you're not using it, the hilt, I think it's called. In Swedish, it's called slida, and that is also a word for vagina. So yeah, you put the sword in there, and you put your other sword in there.
You put it in, and you take it out, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey. Oh, never mind.
You put the sword in there. Well, maybe the swordsmen need to come on over and check that out.
You know, that's a really good
when-
idea.
when
I wonder
I
if there are 4 swordsmen that we can get a hold of to find this, to get an answer for this.
When I get mine, the swordsman, can come over and try it out.
Exactly, honey.
Yes, they need a nice, secure, safe location to put their swords that will make them feel very comfortable.
Oh, well, I think all of us on here could help out with that. That's not a problem whatsoever, Biscuit.
Is that a muff cover? Is that what we call it? A muff cover?
Oh no, not that word.
Okay, let's keep watching.
Case, as National Geographic pointed out in an article cautioning readers
did
against
that.
sensationalizing the find. Researchers admitted that the teeth resemble some extinct relatives of modern humans, but they weren't so quick to assume that the discovery meant that we originated out of Europe. We want to hold back on speculation, study leader Herbert Lutz explained in a ResearchGate interview, adding that what these finds definitely show us is that the holes in our knowledge and in the fossil record are much bigger than previously thought.
Oh, they're
It's
bigger?
a complete mystery where this individual came from and why nobody's ever found a tooth like this somewhere before. One possibility is that the European hominid evolved separately but similarly to African hominids, resulting in their similar tooth shapes. Known as convergence, this is an evolutionary phenomenon when two creatures independently develop similar features over time. But until they know more about the ever-present gaps in the human family tree, all scientists can do is speculate.
What,
Thanks
human
for
gaps?
watching.
I don't want to know about the human gaps.
Very interesting.
Will you tell me about those?
Is there like 6 different types of humans? Is that a thing? I'm sure I've heard that.
I've heard that too, that there's different species of humans that people don't know is out there.
Yeah, there's straight, gay. No, wait, no, that's not right.
Oh, we're talking about hominids, honey, because there's like the Homo sapien, the Neanderthal.
Homo erectus is always one of my more favorite ones.
The Homo backing up to my penis? What? Never mind.
You know, they showed 2 very different hominids that, and I just want to know, the one looking at the other said, you know what, I want to tap that, and they decided to create a different species of human.
Why would you not, honey? I when I was a teen, I just had sex with everybody. I didn't care who they were, as long as they were willing to let me inside of them, you know?
I don't think that stopped when you were a teen, when you stopped being a teen. I think that continued all your life.
You're right, honey. I still let anybody inside of me.
I don't feel special anymore.
I still say that Atlanteans have the best semen.
See now earlier I alienated some of the ladies on this panel, and now you alienated Et because she does not feel very special anymore.
Hey, you know you're absolutely special.
But anyway, no, I'm kidding.
You're my second husband. No, don't even.
I'm everybody's special in their own way.
I am sure that you are the cutest little Et that Cookie has let in, so be very blessed in that aspect.
Aww. I'm the ettiest Et.
Yeah, you're the ettiest Et.
Yes,
yeah, that would be the best way to put it.
The ettiest Et I know.
The only Et I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Now I'm special.
The bestest Et I know.
So does the Tana have to start setting up his show in a little while?
Yes, I believe he's got to do his show probably in about an hour and a half, but I might need to get up and stretch my back anyways because it is still pretty sore from the other day.
Okay, honey, let's have you drop out, and then we're gonna do like 10 more minutes. I just want to do like one more thing. But we want you to get your breast there, Biscuit. So
Yes, thank you very much. I put a link in the private chat that is kind of funny. I don't know if people saw it. It is kind of a humorous little thing about we were talking about how they try to make things either be for females strictly or male strictly, and it is about effeminate boys and costumes that you should be dressing them up in. But it is a humorous thing, is not meant to be taken seriously. If you play that at some point, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I posted a silly thing before it too, with a link and some text.
Okay, yeah, we will definitely try to show that. If not today, we can show it again another time.
Yes, that would be great. But yes, thank you guys very much again for a wonderful, fun day. I am going to head out so I can stretch out my back a little bit. And I love you all. And I thank you guys so much for making my weekend so enjoyable.
Bye, Biscuit.
Love you too, Biscuit.
I hope your back's
Bye.
better soon.
Thank you.
Much love and huggles.
So I think this is very important to share. It's kind of bringing the volume down a little bit, and we'll show some funny stuff. But I really think this is important to share in the Americas right now. And there's this lovely lady that likes to share things that makes it a little bit more palatable for us. So we'll show a little bit of this. And then we'll show some cute, fun stuff. But I think this is important for right now because of what happened this week. I don't know if anybody knows what happened in the Americas this week with the police officers and the trial. But we're going to make this fun for just a minute about this. But it needs to be talked about, I think, on this show.
The Derek Chauvin verdict was widely celebrated this week. It was a rare example of the criminal justice system getting it right. After a string of upsetting police brutality trials resulting in freedom or lesser charges for other officers. But hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? But actually, let's take a look at a broken clock. In a single day, there are 1,440 minutes. If a clock gets stuck at one time, it's only correct for 2 of those minutes. That's 0.13% of the time. Not good. But since 2005, there have been 16,000 police killings. And out of those, Derek Chauvin is only the 8th police officer that has been convicted of murder. That's a 0.05% of convictions, which would make for a clock that's only 75% right once a day.
That's fucking horrible.
That is how broken our clock is. In September last year, a grand jury decided not to charge any of the officers who killed Breonna Taylor at home while she was sleeping. The clock was wrong then. In February, another grand jury voted to not file charges against the officers who asphyxiated Daniel Prude to death while he was undergoing a mental health crisis. The clock was wrong that time too. Then this past week, the clock finally lined up and gave us a little bit of accountability. I'm so happy to have it, and I am so disgusted with how happy it makes me, because even with that accountability, another Black life becomes a Black body. A family is left to go on without their father, and we are all forced to publicly argue for the right to our own humanity yet again.
Sorry, we're talking about this because in the Americas, this is a huge thing right now, and she makes it a little bit palatable for us to understand. And so I love this lady, Amber Ruffin. So please check out her. Yeah, exactly. And so look up the Amber Ruffin show and subscribe to her and like her stuff and all that things, because she brings this to light in a way that I couldn't, and I was trying to figure out a way to like make this palatable for all of us. And we're just going to watch this real quick, and then we're going to get to some funny stuff. But I think this needed to be shown, and I felt like today was a day to show it.
Before you
a clear video of it.
Before you hit play, is there anybody in chat that would be able to look up the Amber Ruffin show and then post it into the comments so other people can actually find it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I will later, I think. I will as soon as I can get to that. Let's watch this, and then I'll post it if somebody hasn't by then. But yeah, please, somebody post that in the side chat. If there's anybody there that's not a mod, just put mod in the thingy because I can't see the stuff right now, and I'll make you a mod because I'm pretty sure if you're still here with us that we're gonna make you a mod or that you're here for us. So go ahead, Micro.
No, I accidentally I hadn't muted that that tab.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like everybody's a mod in the. Thank you, Micro. Did you put one? Thank you. Yeah. So let's watch a little bit more because this is sad, but it's interesting. I think we all need to understand this a little bit more to progress.
A man kneeling on another man's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds and still breathe a surprised sigh of relief when the courts tell us he was wrong for doing it. And just as soon as that one right moment comes along, another wrong one follows with absolutely no time to rest on what is supposed to be a victory. How broken does a clock have to be before you throw it out and get a new one? At this point, the clock is wrong so often, it's time to admit that it's actually working perfectly. It was just never meant to work for us.
Good.
Okay, well there we go, honey.
Who was the woman that was killed in her sleep?
Brianna Taylor.
That's
So-
insane. I've never heard that before.
Okay,
You
so
didn't hear about that one?
okay, so really quick, Brianna Taylor was a teacher. She's a teacher. She was in bed with her boyfriend. The cops came in. They did not even announce themselves. They pointed guns at the gentleman, her boyfriend. He got up, pulled his gun out, and tried to shoot at the cops because he thought he was being robbed. They thought they were being invaded. Which is what did they say in the Americas, the Second Amendment right? I gotta have guns in case somebody's gonna break in so I can kill them. Right. So these cops broke into this lady's house. Instead of killing him, they killed her. So the gentleman was shooting at them, and they killed her somehow by accident. It doesn't make any sense. And they shot through the wall, which almost hit somebody in the other apartment next to them. And all the cops were given nothing. They said they were getting off. They got off.
Wow. That's why we don't really use guns over here.
Yeah, no, I understand, honey, and there's no reason for us to use the guns. You know, we have taser, there's pepper spray, there's non-lethal weapons that you can use nowadays, honey, to get people to not be hurting you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a police officer.
I'd rather be tased than shot.
Oh, 100%. I could care less how much pepper spray you put in my face or how often you tase me. I would rather prefer that over being shot any day of the week.
Even if it was an accident, like that they did accidentally hit her, like you should like make sure that this accident, and that if we assume it was an accident, this accident shouldn't happen again. We have to investigate this and see what happened. Like,
No, I 100% agree with you. That's the major problem here in the United States, and that's what Cookie's trying to bring up. Here, the police are always being trained to draw your gun first, to use your gun. That's the main source. That's your main tool. I honestly think that they actually put in more training for how to use your pistol than they do on how to write or how to use your pen and how to properly file your paperwork. Police stations' paperwork is notorious for always being muddled, never being correct, always not being understood, or even just unlegible entirely. It's huge issues, and they're always being trained to use their guns. They never really get trained to use the first thing, they shouldn't have their gun on their hip. It should be somewhere where they don't really need to use it. The taser and pepper spray should be the first thing that they always grab for, but it's not. And
So
that's the problem.
There should be more therapy and de-escalation than there should be in enforcement, and
There's no therapy, sweetie. The only time a police officer is ever required to go to therapy is if they actually kill somebody, and even if they do go to therapy for that, within the first hour, if they say they don't need the therapy, they can get up, leave, and never go back.
Yeah. No, what I was talking about is on the street. when you're dealing with a junkie, somebody who's disturbed, you need to actually go, honey, how do we fix this before shooting them? So there needs
that
to be
takes
more.
compassion,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's the problem. You can't teach compassion.
Yeah, no, I totally hear you, honey, and that's mainly the problem here with how the police are taught in the Americas, and hopefully we're trying to figure that out and to get into more social workers to come out to people who are mentally disturbed instead of having the police come out.
Well, then what we need to do is a huge reform on the social working industry. My mother's actually a psychotherapist for abused and neglected children. And trust me, the entire place that she works at, they get paid pennies. Legitimately, pennies.
Yeah.
Every police officer I've ever talked to gets paid twice what my mother actually gets paid, and she has her master's degree in psychotherapy. That kind of says a lot of the issues going on. And these police officers are never told to do any of that. They don't even understand most basic psych evaluations.
Yeah, exactly, honey. We need reform. We need a lot of reform and have this go through a different way and different channels before there is enforcement of lethalness. So let's
I kind of dislike the slogan or the name, like defund the police, because like Cookie said, you should reform the police, and I know that they mean reform the police
They
and
do,
not defund it, but yes, I dislike that they use those words, but I definitely support the idea. Like, of course, I don't know all of the details in this, but it's pretty clear that there's a problem with the police in the US.
So, really quick before we get to like actual like nice, pretty stuff, we're gonna watch pets doing fun stuff to close this out because we're not leaving on us being pissed off. I've actually seen an undercover or an off-duty cop kill somebody in front of me. I've actually watched a couple of the murders happen in front of me that were from the police and stuff like that. So this is very personal for me, everyone. Just to let you know, this isn't something I'm just talking about, but I've actually seen somebody die in front of me because an off-duty cop shot him because he pulled a knife on him. Pulling a knife on somebody does not mean that you get to get shot in the chest, just to let you know. Getting stabbed does not kill you. You can get stabbed a bunch of times and you're okay, honey. Trust me. So I have actually, never mind. Let's go to the good stuff. So here we go, honey. Oh my god, I gotta share it first. Oh my god, that's how that works, right? Okay. Share and then
Vinci and I were both looking at it confused.
I got full clumped. I'm sorry.
Can take between 2 to 20 hours long. After the whole process, you can expect that the mother needs some rest.
Oh my god, so many puppies.
So cute.
The strips.
Míralos.
Oh my god.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Ahora no puedo entrar al cuarto. No puedo.
You're just gonna put all this loot.
¿Qué pasó?
Oh my god.
¿Qué pasó, güey? Ah, no, hombre, déjeme tranquilo.
I no longer wish to adult. From now on, I shall remain a cozy burrito. If you need me, I will be in my fluff tortilla.
Oh, wow.
What's in this sack? Well, sounds like we got some more babies. They're perfect. Doorknob's learning how to box. Mama's still laying. Hang in there, Julia.
Ferrets are usually nocturnal animals, but when they're awake during the day, they're playful and extremely entertaining to watch.
Oh, yes.
Hear me. Hi, honey. How are your babies? Nice. Oh, why'd you kick your sister? That wasn't very nice. Poor thing.
You got it. Osiris, you're taking so freaking long. Come here. Oh, there you go. Girl, let's go home. Good job. You did good.
Oh wait, was that a picture of Dr. Osiris? I heard his name was Osiris. Was that a picture of Dr. Osiris?
Yes, yeah.
That was live footage of them, okay.
Jerry, what are you doing outside? It's drizzling out. Get in the house. Jerry, get down from there. It's time to go downstairs. Get out of the popcorn machine. I'm not making popcorn. And you, stop trying to get up there and eat.
If you remember playing this game as a kid, you're a certified legend. Playing Bop It with your dog can be quite fun and interesting.
Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it.
My dog's separation anxiety is so bad. I just parked the car and he thinks I am going to leave him.
Poor baby.
You need to train your dog better. I mean, I know it's sad, but
Ow! What you doing?
I desperately needed a bath after a move, so I thought I'd show you how to do that. Here I am, just filling a sock with some raw oats. I put it over a cup to make it easier to fill. I use water a little warmer than room temperature, and I have a towel on the bathtub floor to keep them from slipping. Keep the water pretty shallow so that way they can still touch the bottom while they're in there. Make sure your socks are tied in a tight knot and add them to the tub. And now we are ready for the noodles.
oh my god.
That's how I like
I
my
use the cup to get them
Look at
wet
them.
and try not to get their face. I like to squeeze the sock over them since we're not using soap, and I just kind of rub it in and rinse it out. Once your noodles are all clean, go ahead and take them out
Aw,
and dry them
so
off.
cute.
And then release them onto a towel. Ooh! They will dry themselves off the rest of the way. And now you have a happy floof noodle. I hope this helped.
Like what you see? You're gonna love.
Happy floof noodles are so cute. I actually had a friend of mine who had 2 of them before he passed away, and they were just like the best.
I have
Yes.
some guinea pigs, but they smell.
I love ferrets. There's some awesome, and they do smell as well. Most animals do to some small extent.
I
But
was gonna say
ferrets
even
have,
humans have a smell.
yeah, but ferrets have that scent gland that it can get a little smelly. But you know, if you have a couple of them and you have a big space, it's really awesome. Oh my god, honey.
My dad's friend had a little albino one, and his name was Tintin because he used to always attack the cat Tin Foods. Why? I don't know, but that was his thing. Whenever he got out the cage, he would just run to the tins and attack them. And he did that like before he got named, and that was his name.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was fed from tins in his previous home. Absolutely useless fact about.
I sent a video in the
I liked it.
What video
No.
did you see?
What, micro?
I sent a video in the private chat if you wanted to show another cute one.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. We'll show another cute video for sure.
And then I'll definitely have to jolly well pop off.
Oh, well, we're gonna end it after this for sure, honey. So, and then we're all gonna go into Danish's Discord. So, let's watch this. Give me just a second. Okay, here we go.
You know how it's your birthday?
You're 7. I've got a surprise for you. Do you want to know what it is? It's a good surprise, Key. It's been 3 months, and now finally, Sherpa's coming over. Remember Sherpa, your best friend? Coming to see you. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh.
Don't mind me.
He can't contain himself.
Everybody who knows and reads dog, yeah, that's perfect translation.
Oh, his best friends.
Yeah.
He wrote him.
Yeah. Oh.
Who's that? Who's that?
Ooh. Oh.
Back up, little bit.
Oh.
I think they're happy. Is that Wakey behind you? There he is. He didn't know where he'd gone.
Oh.
He's so cute. You activated his zoomies, Key. So careful. Key, what are you doing? Crazy. He's such a show off.
So cute.
Yeah. Beautiful dogs.
Yeah, they.
What's in the bag, Key?
Uh-oh, what's in the bag?
Birthday present, Key.
Oh, he got a toy.
What is it?
A funky monkey.
He didn't know he could take it from you. What have you got?
Stay hydrated.
You come for the queue.
Yes, stay hydrated.
Oh my god, that was so cute, honey.
I needed that so badly. Thank you.
I did
love
dog.
Mhm.
Got a little
That
dog
was so nice. Oh my god, honey.
next to you. What is it? A Shiba Inu?
It looks
Oh
like
yeah.
What? Oh,
I told her to pet him. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
smile.
That took so much like practice as well. It's like
Yeah.
oh, no, I can't do it now. Too drunk. Yeah.
Yo, yeah. Oh.
All right. So let's get starting on the goodbyes. So Ed, go ahead and say what you got coming up soon, or anything you want to say. You're gonna try to do the interview soon. Hopefully, we'll get that figured out, and we'll have you be doing interviews and playing some game stuff or doing something, right?
Yeah, and I hope to have like a one-on-one interview with people's hobbies / special interests.
Yes.
Actually sounds really interesting.
Little wholesome corner there.
I like it.
She says it's going to be wholesome. It's not going to be wholesome, honey. But she'll pretend. She'll pretend.
I mean, it can be, and it will be, because, I mean, what's more beautiful and lovely to hear people talk about stuff they're super interested in, and, you know, I'll just sit there, like, filled with so much joy the entire time.
Yes, there will be lots of fun. So we're thinking of doing that tomorrow on Sundays, around noonish, I think, S time. If not, we'll set up a schedule that will let everybody know soon about when we're doing that. So I think what we're doing is we're gonna have the Slim do the Red Dead or do some kind of gameplay for a couple hours. Then we'll have Ed. Well, he's gonna ride some horses just for your entertainment, Micro. And then the Ed's gonna do her interview, I think, for a little minute. And then we'll do gameplay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play the Piplash, the Murderer, or something like that with all the crew or all the peoples that's like here right now. So we'll play games afterwards. So I think that's what we're going to try to do.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Sounds like a blast.
Yes, it'll be lots of fun. Oh my god. So thank you very much, Ed, for being here, and we'll see you in the near future.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So Microraptor, let us know what's going on with you and how you doing, honey.
I'm doing well. Next Sunday, so not tomorrow, but the Sunday after that, I'm gonna be on NASA Banker 33, like NASA Black Site Banker 33, or whatever the channel's name is, something like that. With my second most favorite Dutch person. So my favorite being, of course, Brainless. I thought I tuned as a goodbye, borrow a goodbye that one of my favorite YouTubers used. Take care, be safe, and stand against hate.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, honey. So we'll see you definitely soon on our show. We're hoping to have you Wednesday with us for we would like to do the transgender, and same with you, Ed. I don't want to exclude you or anybody else in the panel or the chat or anything. We're gonna try to do the transgender legality episode. So we want to talk about the legality of transitioning. We're going to have the lovely Tusk on here, hopefully, and maybe somebody else who has a little more legality aspect to the show. So we can just talk about how this is. So we can just talk about how yeah, that happens sometimes, honey, and I'll bring them back as soon as they can be brought back. But what I just want to talk about is how we can change the legality of transitioning is what we want to talk about. So thank you very much, Micro, for being here. So Linda, what do you want to talk about, honey?
Well, you should all know that Thursday is TMI show day.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so stop by and watch us do fun stuff.
Yes, and then in the Danish it's just chord. We have an after party or something going on.
Yes.
So if somebody could put that in there, that'd be lovely. Oh my god, honey. So now let's get to the conspiracies. How are you doing, honey?
I'm not sober anymore.
I'm not either, honey. So
Me neither.
I've got nothing going on. I was supposed to be doing a video, and then I've not. So because
okay, so we got to be pushing you further into doing your videos there, honey. Okay, we'll figure that out later. All right, well, we'll talk about that. Okay, I just want to say thank you very much for everybody for being here in the side chat. Thank all my guests, and of course, thank the Biscuits, who's not here anymore. But okay, so Raisin came back in. So Raisin, what do you want to say, honey, before we get out of here?
Sorry about that. Mike got disconnected. If you all wanted to go ahead and join me in 6 hours from now, I will be on the NASA Bunker 33 site with Chrissy and hopefully Vishanti or Quiddies tonight.
Nice.
I honestly have no clue what we're going to be talking about, but that's always half of the fun. It's probably going to be soft sits or something like Karen's or something. It's always a fun. Come and join us if you want to. Other than that, I just hope everybody has a wonderful night or day. Keep smiling and just be happy.
Oh, no, so cute.
Yes. Well, thank you all again for being here and for joining us. And anybody in the future, make sure you thumbs it up the thingy-mabobas, and then you subscribe, and then you hit that bell notification, because if you hit my bell, honey, it makes me so happy. So just hit that bell, please.
Oh, every time you hit Cookie's bell, it always dings. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it feels so good, honey. So please do that. And so, was Ox here earlier? Did Ox just come here?
No, he just came in.
God damn, Ox, you just came in.
Yeah.
I thought you
Slips
were
in like that
friends.
from time to time. You have to be really careful around him.
I know, honey. That's why I was saying. So, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Sunday Mondays, or if it's Monday. I don't know how this whole time thing works sometimes. So, everybody.
It's Saturday.
Wait, it's Saturday? Oh my God, honey. Okay.
Pretty much everywhere, I think.
Like I
How
said,
much did you drink?
I don't know how this works, honey. Okay, well, thank
Don't
you
worry,
all.
I'll take good care of you, Cookie.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then we'll go from. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.